Real quick before I start this video, I wanted to say I got the Gym Reaper 7mm knee sleeves. Now, I bought these not because of the price, they're only like 59 bucks or something like that, but because in 3 separate reviews they were rated as the best squat knee sleeves. And I'm going to tell you right now, they are nowhere near what the SBDs or the Inzers are. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're 7mm, they're super comfortable. I would say for general all-around use, if you're looking for entry-level sleeve, something that's really comfortable, and they do work okay. I was doing some body squat stuff with them and doing my bag workout, and they're awesome for that. But will these give you an advantage on the platform? No. They're just a nice, comfortable, all-around good knee sleeve. Are they worth 50 bucks? Sure. Yeah, why not? Seeing as that the SBD 7mm sleeves are 30 bucks, 120 bucks. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's a case for these. They're not bad, but I was looking at those reviews. I went back and read them afterwards, and I think those reviews are basically paid for. Like, they're industry shilling for this company, because it's just like the way, it just doesn't make sense. You know, you see the advertisements, and for them to say that these are up there with SBDs, Inzers, what's the other one, the Stoics you guys love? No way. No. But again, super comfortable. Definitely keep the knees warm, and they do compress really well. So, yeah, I mean, they're good. They're not bad. Usually once a week when I have like a day off, I like to do these cardio sessions. As I get closer to competition, I don't do them as often. High intensity cardio can, if you do it too much, it can affect your top end strength, cut into your gains, if you will. It's been my experience though that like cardio's never really, I haven't noticed a huge difference. Like, a lot of people will say you can't do cardio, and I just don't think that's true, but I think you do have to watch the amount you're doing. Interesting topic. I was watching a video, basically a presentation on the weight loss drug Ozempic. Have you guys seen this stuff? They're basically prescribing it as a miracle weight loss pill. Now, the country that makes this drug, they prescribe it for diabetes, I believe, and they do not allow it in their own country as a weight loss drug. It's illegal to use for that, to prescribe for that. That's super interesting because they were talking about the earnings call, and they're now in line to be the most profitable drug company in history, with the most profitable drug ever, and they're making all their money off Americans. And in America, they're prescribing this drug to just about anyone and everyone as a miracle weight loss. You can just keep eating whatever the hell you want. You take this drug and you lose weight. But the mechanism of action, what it does to the body, it paralyzes the stomach, essentially. And the doctor that was talking about it was saying that it's a drug that when you go on it, it's supposed to be for life. So you're basically stuck on this stuff for the rest of your life. And they're not really telling people about that. I mean, you guys talk about like PED use being bad, and all you anti-steroid guys are like, oh my god, it's so awful. And then you got this drug that's being prescribed to people like candy, and there's an incentive for the doctors to do it. And reading like the case studies and the side effects and some of the downsides of this, it's like, that is way more horrifying in my estimation. That's something I would never take. And they're talking about, what is it, there's a group of pediatrics, I forgot what the name of it is, but it's supposed to represent like, children's medicine, and they're saying that this is a viable preventative drug to put kids on. So like, are you crazy? Are you insane? I would never put my child on this stuff. I think it's terrifying that this country is like embracing obesity as just a normal way of living. And what this doctor was saying is, he was pulling up some statistics. We are the only country. We're the only country that suffers from this problem. There's no other country on earth that's going through what we are, an epidemic, like as an epidemic. It's nuts. And basically the drug companies have bought the media as a mechanism to. They were saying that they do the advertising not so much to get the drugs out there, to advertise for the drugs. I said they don't even need to advertise for them. They've already got the customers. They do it to desensitize the public to that system, if you will. So it's like always there. It's always in the background, and it's just normalized. So we don't treat the root cause. We just treat the symptoms. And that's the biggest problem with the medical system. It's like all of these symptoms have a root cause, and if you treated the root cause, which is for most chronic diseases like heart disease, cardiovascular, weight, all that, diabetes is a huge one. That's all diet. It's diet and exercise, straight up. Now, do you have to be a power lifter? Probably not. I don't think what I do is particularly healthy either. I mean, it might not be like systemically dangerous. Like it's not going to grow you a third limb or give you some sort of weird cancer, but it does kind of break the body down pretty badly. So, I wouldn't say that powerlifting is necessarily the healthiest option you could get into. But as with any sport, you don't play sports for health reasons. Like nobody plays high-end like football or hockey or any combat sports because it's healthy. They do it because we're called to challenge. But everybody should do some kind of resistance training, and absolutely everybody should do some sort of cardiovascular training because you're training your cardiovascular system. You're going to have lower blood pressure, you're going to have a better quality of life. So to that end, that's specifically what this video is about. Is it me trying to be a high-end boxer so I can show off my pugilistic skills? I am trying to get better. It's something I'm definitely trying to learn and get proficient at. But more than anything, it's my way of helping my cardiovascular system at the age of 50. It checks off a lot of boxes. It keeps me nimble, works on my mobility, just, keeps me young, and it keeps the blood pressure low. With the sport of powerlifting, like what I do can inherently raise blood pressure. So by doing the cardiovascular, it helps counteract that so that I don't have to be on beta blockers or what is it called, SSRIs, or whatever they put. Guys my age, it's very common. They said 60% of men my age are on some kind of blood pressure medication. 60% of men my age are on some kind of blood pressure medication, and that is considered a rite of passage for turning 50. Think about that. That should horrify you. The big thing I've noticed about cardio, if you have the discipline, if you're one of those guys and you can force yourself to do like burpee sessions, things of that nature, that's a really, really good way to go. That's old school, high intensity, just get her done. But a lot of people, to find something that's sustainable, you gotta find something you enjoy doing. Like I absolutely hate being on a treadmill. I'm not a big fan of jogging. I don't like what it does to my knees. Walking's not bad. I walk my dogs. I love sprinting. Sprinting's more high intensity work. That's you're kind of like hitting the bag for setting a timer. Going at it. It's pretty hardcore. But then with sprinting, you got to go find a field, and it's cold out, and it's all whatever. Depending on the weather, it's like that can be a pain in the butt. Bottom line is you got to find something you like to do. We like going for a walk. I love riding the bike with the family. Again, that's like you got to get the whole family together to do that. So, do I ride the bike on my own? No, not really. But it is something enjoyable. I just bought those rollerblades. I like skating with the kids. Again, the kids have to be here to do that. So, what can I do on my own that I will do regularly? And that's why I bought the heavy bag. It's just sitting right there in the middle of the garage, staring at me every morning. So on those days where I'm just not feeling it, I have a very viable, easy option that works and works really, really well, staring at me right in the face. And all I have to do is set a timer and swing my arms until the timer goes off, and the rest takes care of itself. And if you enjoy it and you get into it, you'll do pretty well with it. The bottom line is find something that works for you. Find something that you will do, and find some way to make sure you're accountable. The bottom line is the obesity epidemic that our country's suffering is something that I empathize with, because I did allow myself to get up to about 250 pounds. There's so many chronic illnesses that would be completely eliminated from our culture if we tackled the problem systemically and we just went for the root cause. So it's always, I feel like it's my job to try to encourage people to get out there and get moving a little bit. You know, I'm not going to be the next world champion, that's for sure. But I'll tell you what, the upside is I always feel better, and it allows me to get those day-to-day frustrations and aggravations out. You know, it's a much healthier way than, you know, losing my crap at work or taking it out on somebody that doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean? And it's just good fun. And it really is. And you find something you enjoy and just get after it. Hey, hopefully you got something out of this. I don't know. It was really bugging the crap out of me when I saw that video. I just couldn't believe it. You know, I'm thinking about all the crap they want to just put my kids on. You know, if they start acting up, they want to put them on basically crystal meth. The first line of defense for mental problems is these drugs that, like, you know, it blows me away that drugs are the first thing they want to go to. The VA's always trying to put me on pills. And to me, that's like the last thing. Or it's a temporary thing until you can get it resolved, you know? It's not supposed to be a permanent solution. I don't know where as a culture we went off the rails and started, I don't know, like, well, money, drug companies, but hey. On that note, kids, I gotta get to work. I got some meetings this morning, so I will see you on the battlefield. I got squats tonight. That should be interesting.